What's up, guys? Welcome back to Adventures with Moo. If you're thinking of buying a van and building it out yourself or having a company professionally build it out for you, you might be feeling overwhelmed by the whole process. Insurance, loans, where to even find a van. It can be a lot. We recently bought our van and went through the whole process, so today I'm going to walk you through it. Everything that went wrong for us and how you can avoid making the same mistakes we did. If you're new here, I'm Lindsay, and I bought this Ram promaster with my partner John. We're in the process of building it out ourselves, totally DIY. Our plan is to eventually travel across the country in it with our dog Ziggy, aka Moo Moo. If you like this video, we'd love it if you subscribed and followed along with our van journey. If you're still not sure which van is right for you, head on over to our other video titled Which Van Should You Get? There, I cover the most common vans people buy for conversions, the pros and cons about each one, which vans are better for different situations, and how to determine which one's perfect for you. Alright, let's talk about buying a van. A lot of the advice in this video is geared towards purchasing a used van, but much of it is still applicable to new buys as well. First, determine what size van you want to shop for. This depends entirely on your needs and situation. If you're a solo traveler and you don't plan to include a shower with a door and a lot of extras like that, then a smaller van like a ProMaster 1500 might be perfect for you. If you're a couple with pets or kids, or you're just a solo traveler who wants all the things in your van, then a larger van like a 170 or a 170 Extended Sprinter could be the right one for you. Keep in mind, though, that larger vans do come with caveats like lower gas or diesel mileage, slower highway speeds, and difficulty parking them. Then you'll want to determine your budget. Consider how you'll finance the vehicle itself as well as the build. In our case, we put a down payment on the vehicle, finance the rest of it, and we're funding the entire build out of pocket. Will you be purchasing the vehicle and the build outright? If not, you'll need to figure out what kind of monthly payment you can afford. When considering your monthly budget, don't forget to factor in insurance and regular maintenance. You'll have maintenance on the vehicle and most likely the build itself. Remember that driving your van is a little bit like creating a mini earthquake every time you're on the road. Things shake and rattle and come apart, so put some money aside for those things as well as maintenance and repairs on the vehicle itself. Next, you'll need to find a lender. Check online and call local banks and lenders to find the best rate possible. Also, pro tip, ask them about special ways to reduce your rate. In our case, we got a vehicle loan at a local credit union, and because we had a checking account as well as automatic payments set up, they knocked half a percentage point for each one of those things off of our rate, meaning we got a 1% reduction in our monthly rate. You gotta save wherever you can. Another pro tip, confirm with your lender how this loan will be set up. Vans are typically considered commercial loans, but that's not what you want. You want to make sure this is set up as a personal vehicle loan. And remember, this lender is probably only going to finance the cost of the vehicle itself within this auto loan, meaning if you need to finance the build as well, you'll need to look into other options, which is most likely going to be a personal loan. So be sure to ask about those as well. And finally, use an online loan payment calculator to figure out what your payment's actually going to be. I like to use calculator.net. It's got a whole array of different loan payment calculators where you can punch in different rates and terms and figure out exactly what your monthly payment's going to be. Once you found a lender and you know how much you can afford, get pre-approved. This is a great negotiation tool and bargaining chip, whether you're going to a dealership or a private sale. It gives you a firm number that you can keep in mind when you're shopping for your van. And it also speeds up the process once you've found the right van. Next, call your insurance and confirm they will insure your build. Most of the time, if you're having a company professionally build it out for you, insurance will cover it, but just confirm to be sure. If you're doing a DIY build, this is where things can get a little tricky. In our case, we got personal vehicle insurance while we work on the build, but then we'll need to switch to something like Roamly when it's done, because our insurance company doesn't actually cover DIY builds. If you go this route, make sure you get in touch with Roamly before you start building. They'll walk you through everything you need to do to make sure your rig is fully insured. Next step is to actually start shopping. Look at online car listings, marketplaces, and local listings. The Facebook Marketplace can be a great resource as well. Remember to be patient, but also be strategic. If you don't see something you like right away, set up alerts for your search so you get notified as soon as something pops up. And if budget allows, don't be afraid to expand your search beyond your home state. There are those rare occasions where it's actually cheaper to buy a plane ticket, go get the van, and drive it home than it is to buy a van in your home state. Just make sure you're complying with local and state laws when it comes to the title and insurance and plates, so you're driving the vehicle home safely and legally. And if you're shopping used and budget allows, see if you can find something newer but with low miles that's still covered under the manufacturer's warranty. That extra peace of mind goes a long way when you're building something like this. Once you start finding vans of interest, make sure to call ahead. Make sure it is available to see today, there are no issues with it, and it's ready to be purchased. We were super disappointed when we showed up at a dealership that had a bunch of really great affordable inventory listed online, only to find that they only sell those vans to shipping companies, not the general public. Kinda sneaky. When you find a van you like, test drive it. See how it handles, accelerates, stops, and turns. Take it on neighborhood roads as well as the highway and get it fully up to speed. Then be sure to get the vehicle history and the title check. Pull the Carfax with the specific VIN number and make sure that there are no issues with the title. You want to make sure that there are no liens, that it's not a salvage or a rebuilt, or flood damaged. You'll also want to check nhtsa.gov for any open recalls. This is especially important for used vehicles. If everything's looking good, make sure to ask the dealership or the private seller about the details. We ended up with a lot of issues here. We had a leaky tire, we were missing the spare tire, the jack kit, the extra key. We didn't have the physical flip out piece, only the fob part of the key, so if that battery died, we wouldn't be able to get into the van or start it. And this was all on a 2023 vehicle. All these issues could have been avoided, but we were really excited and the dealership was great at rushing us. Along those same lines, don't fall for the false sense of urgency that dealerships love to create. Yes, it's possible somebody could walk in tomorrow and buy the van that you love, but don't let that cause you to make a bad decision because you're afraid of missing out. Next, have an independent mechanic inspect the vehicle before you buy it, not the dealership mechanic, somebody that you actually know and trust. Then, read your contracts. Make sure you understand all the terms. How much time do you have to get the state inspection? Does the dealership offer any kind of warranty in case something goes wrong after you drive it off the lot? Make sure everything is in writing. And finally, buy the van and celebrate. This is a big step, and shopping for a van can be exhausting. Remember to slow down and celebrate every milestone. So, to recap, you'll need to determine what kind of van you want to shop for, determine your budget and how you'll finance the vehicle itself as well as the build. You'll need to find a lender and get pre-approved. Call insurance and make sure they will insure your specific build, whether that's professional or DIY. Then you'll start shopping for your van. Call ahead and confirm vans are ready to see today. Test drive the vehicle and review its history. Talk to the seller about all the extras like the spare key, spare tire, jack kit, etc. Get it inspected by a mechanic you trust before you buy it. Read all your contracts, make sure everything looks good and you understand everything. And finally, buy the van and celebrate. If you're still not quite sure which van is right for you, head over to our other video titled Which Van Should You Get? I'll put the link to it in the description of this video. And if there's any other questions you guys want us to answer, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to help with your van journey any way we can. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, we'd love it if you subscribed and followed along with our van journey. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you next time, right here on Adventures with Moo.